From a broader perspective, if the stock market index is going up during a particular time period, it's referred as bull market. And if the stock market index is going down during a particular time, this is referred as bear market. Confused why suddenly I started to talk about stock market? Am I switching to stock market? Well, of course not. Friends, in case you want to understand stock market and make money out of it, then you must first learn the stock market's language and its core concept. Similarly, if you want to learn cloud technologies and make a successful career out of it, you must first learn its basic terms, terminologies and basic cloud jargon. In today's video, we are going to learn about some of the very important cloud terms like public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, or you can also say cloud deployment models. Very important concept, and talk about deployment models in cloud. As you can see on the screen, deployment models can be divided into three categories. The first one is public cloud, then we have private cloud, and then we have hybrid cloud. First, let's look at the definition for each, starting with public cloud. So public clouds are owned and operated by third-party cloud service providers like Azure, AWS, and GCP. We just talked about these three major cloud providers and their offering in the previous section. Moving on with the definition, it says that these cloud providers deliver their computing resources like servers and storage over the internet, and you can access these services and manage your account using a web browser. And then we have private cloud. So private cloud is where the computing services are offered to users over the internet or a private internal network. Services and infrastructure are maintained on a private network. Companies' on-site data center can be used for private cloud, and sometimes companies also pay third-party cloud providers to host their private cloud. Moving on, we have hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud, as the name suggests, is a combination of public and private cloud. A hybrid cloud typically extends a connection from an on-premises data center to a public cloud. Now let me add few more points. Public cloud is multi-tenanted, which means a single software instance is shared amongst various users and groups. And as we can read here, public cloud is third-party operated like Azure, AWS, and GCP. Then on the other hand, private cloud is single tenanted and it is operated for a single business. And finally, we have hybrid cloud, which is kind of best of both worlds. And as I just mentioned, it's a combination of both public and private cloud. And friends, before we move ahead, one important thing, is this the only time we are learning the concepts of cloud computing models and cloud deployment models? Of course not. There is going to be a lot of reiteration of important cloud concepts, including these ones throughout the course. As I always say, repetition is good. Each repetition plays more traces of the event in your memory. So I will give you more details on important cloud concepts, more examples, use cases in the subsequent parts so that you get a solid grip on cloud concepts. So are these the only types of cloud? Well, yes, if you talk on a very high level, but when you take a little deep dive, there are many more. Let me quickly list down the other major ones. I will not go in details as this is out of the scope of fundamental course, but of course you should know all of them. So here comes the first one, which is called PaaS or backend as a service. So PaaS is a cloud service model in which developers offload or outsource all the behind the scenes aspects of a web or mobile application so that they only have to write and maintain the front end. For example, simply calling an API for authentication and storage without having to worry about the implementation or infrastructure. Then comes a similar concept of MBaaS, which is mobile backend as a service. So friends, mobile backend as a service is a cloud computing architecture that provides mobile application which access to the servers, storage, databases, and other resources they need to run. We then have desktop as a service or DaaS, which is a cloud computing offering that securely delivers virtual apps and desktops from the cloud to any device. Here I quickly want to add that DaaS conceptually is very same as VDI but different in the implementation. With VDI, an organization deploys virtual desktops from its on-premises data centers, and DaaS is essentially the same thing, but this one is on cloud infrastructure. Moving on, here comes container as a service or PaaS. So PaaS is a cloud service that helps manage and deploy apps using container-based abstraction. And please note that PaaS can be deployed on premises or in a cloud. And then we have very interesting function as a service or FaaS, which is a serverless way to execute modular pieces of code on the edge. Next one is storage as a service or STaaS. Now, storage as a service is a business model in which a company leases or rents its storage infrastructure to another company or individuals to store the data. And then we have artificial intelligence as a service, which is an end-to-end solution allowing businesses to use AI-based services they need on pay-per-use or pay-per-service model. In the coming parts, I will not only explain pay-per-use or pay-per-service, but I will also explain you what is pay-as-you-go pricing model. Now friends, would you believe if I told you that there is something which is called anything as a service or XaaS? Yes, trust me, there is a concept called anything as a service. Basically, it's a general category of services related to cloud computing and remote access. And in one sense, I can say that all the cloud services that you have read so far, all these comes under the category of anything as a service. So are these the only types? No, there are actually more. For example, network as a service, but that I will leave up to you to do some research. You may share in the comment section what is network as a service, maybe some examples. A good learning practice is to share your knowledge with everyone.
And in case you really want to understand how to reschedule any Microsoft Azure exam, please watch this video. And this video will give you all the details about rescheduling the exams. So finally, my friends, in case this video has given you any value, please subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon so that you are not missing any of the important notifications. And also like and share our videos with your family, friends and colleagues. And that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, keep learning, and thanks for watching.